beautiful day today. Snow came 2 days and then went away. So we're back to no snow at the moment. So it's a lovely day for a spin. I thought I'd take the Himalayan out today. And you can see all the fall colours, autumn colours, all the leaves have suddenly come down from the tree. This year we almost went from summer to winter without any autumn. Weather changed very suddenly. So I'm just going to go for a spin around the other side of the lake today. I'll have the usual little chat. Show you the beautiful forest with the trees and the leaves falling from them. So today I think we're at about 0 degrees. A little bit cold for the open face helmet, but it's okay. I'd rather the open face than a full face any day. So what's new on the channel? Well, you notice I've been posting a lot of Vespa videos in the last 5-6 weeks. And I've been riding the Vespa an awful lot, which is something that happens. You know, when you get something new, you tend to ride that a lot, and then eventually you go back to your old ways. You take out your other bikes and bring them for a spin. So, let's talk about bikes, health and stuff like that. Lately, the old back. The old back has not been great. Actually, it's been quite bad. So, at the moment, they're trying to figure out what's going on there. What's the latest thing? Again, they're checking for arthritis, which was in my family, both my parents. They're checking sciatica, which is something that I've had a lot. And they're checking how things are slowly degenerating in my L3, L4, L2 area, which is where I was injured in my motorcycle accidents. So we're trying to get to the bottom of that. It's quite funny, last year I drove to Valmira, which is about 2.5 hours away from where I live, to get a scan on my back in one of these machines where you go into a tube. So I decided I'd try and do it, but in reality I should have known that I wouldn't have been able to do it. Because, my friends, I have two phobias. Claustrophobia is a biggie with me, and I think it's called tachophobia, which is the fear of speed. you got to know me right now, you'll understand that. But anyway, claustrophobia's always been a biggie with me. I lived in apartments for a good few years and I never used the lift, I always used the stairs. I used to visit friends who lived on the 13th floor and I used to walk up the 13 floors. So I went to this machine. It was going to be a 20-minute to a half an hour scan to try and find out what's going on with my back. Anyway, the moral of the story is I lasted, I reckon, about between 5 to 10 seconds and I panicked. Took a panic attack. They had to get me out rather quickly. They had to push me out and I couldn't do it. So then I was left with no proper x-ray, abnormal x-rays, no proper x-rays on my back to try and find out what's going on. What's the latest thing, you know? So I couldn't do it. And so then the local hospital here has a smaller machine, smaller magnetic machine, which is not it's not a solid tube, it's like a half a tube. And they put you in that. So I decided I'd give that a go. Give the half a tube a go. I reckon they're x-raying my hip, which could also be the problem, on my back. That's what my doctor wanted x-rayed. So I went up. They put me on top of the wooden beds, the beds, the plastic bed for the machine. They slid me into the machine, about half a metre. Harry takes a panic attack. This was today earlier. So they had to pull me out. So I thought that was it, no good. So I said, my girlfriend asked, what can we do? We can't find out what's wrong with him because they can't put him into the bloody machine. And they said, look, we're going to do something we're not supposed to really do. We put him in the opposite way. His feet at the other end and his head at this end, you know. So we try it. We'll scan him the wrong way round as such. So they did that. They assured me that my head would not go inside the machine. I said, okay, let's try it. Anyway, they put me in. My head was like, you know, maybe 6 inches from going into the machine. But even at that, I was seriously panicked. I was not a happy bunny, not a happy Harry. There's the Himalayan. That's my camera bag. That's where you see me filming from. Very high tech. €6. Anyway, there's the Hemi. The Himalayan, the Himalayan, the 411, whatever you want to call it. Let's go down here and show you a beautiful part of the country. So, as I was saying to you, I managed to stay in the machine when they put me in the other way. So I lasted a few minutes, which is all I needed for that particular machine. So that's done. Next we have x-rays next week. Let's see what happens. So anyway, I find walking difficult. I find sleeping difficult. I can't get a comfortable position. Walking is difficult. I can't walk very far. Driving is okay. Riding is okay once I get on the machine. Isn't it lovely? Beautiful view. The lake is so calm today. I'll show you where I was a minute ago. So if you look there, that's where I was a minute ago. My place would be sort of up here. So this beautiful place. Look at the colours. Amazing. If the water was a little bit less deep, I could sit, dangle my feet over and chat to you. But unfortunately I can't. But what an amazing place. Isn't that beautiful? I have plans to come here one of the days when we have a lightning storm. I like to photograph lightning. One of my favourite things to photograph. But this year we had very few lightning storms. I've been on standby every time there's a bit of lightning. I've been waiting. but nothing ever came of it. So yeah, let's go back up here. So anyway, that's the story on my my back, and at the moment, getting on the bike is a real problem. My hip is a bit sore, definitely on the Himalayan, and with braking, changing gears, whatever, getting on and off, swinging my leg. I know you can stand on the peg, but I find it difficult standing on the peg, because the peg that I have to stand on is the peg where my hip is sore. You know, that's the side I'd stand on to get on. So yeah, so I've made some decisions, and the decision, which could actually be bad for me, is more than likely I think I'll be letting the Himalayan go, keeping the Vespa, and probably it'll be a Vespa channel from now on. Now that'll probably kill a lot of my subscribers, but I'm never going to be a big channel. The channel's never going to pay for itself. It's never going to pay me anything, because I do it for fun. I'm not doing it for making money. I do it for fun, and I love you guys to come along and just see what I'm up to and get a little taste of Latvia, which I continue to do on my Vespa, which would be funny. I'll be attending motorcycle events on my Vespa, and yeah, let's see how the lads take that when I'm doing my photography. They'll be happy to photograph on the Vespa. I'll write the club events. The bike club events all over Latvia, all the different clubs. A lot of the guys know me from taking photographs, so it's not a huge problem. They're fairly open-minded nowadays. Everybody is. Even in the UK, when there used to be this big rivalry. But now everyone's fairly open-minded now. Trying to find somewhere to sit where nobody's been dancing on the bench. Okay, let me sit here. Let me get the camera sitting there. Maybe I'll put the camera on top of my helmet, balanced carefully. Will it stay balanced? That's the question. Look at that red face. I'm like, what's his name? Stan Laurel from Laurel. My UK and American viewers will know what I'm talking about. Sorry, not Stan Laurel, Oliver Hardy. Ollie was the big guy. The big red cheeks. So, all I can say is, don't leave the channel if you enjoy watching. There'll still be bike events. I'll be staying hanging out with my bike club. I'll be still going to club events around Latvia and photographing them, and I'll still be going for rides. And 2 wheels is 2 wheels. I notice a lot of my subscribers are from India. A lot of views from India. And obviously that'll be probably most likely the Himalayan content, not so much the Vespa content, even though scooters are huge in India. But there's a lot of older scooters, which is amazing, and they had the LMLs, which were made there and on the license, and they have other scooters made there on the license. So but I think my main subscribers were probably for the Himalayan. So it's up to you guys. Stay with me or leave me. But I think I'm going Vespa. Now, will the Himalayan sell? That's the thing. Selling bikes is notoriously difficult in Latvia. People will only buy if you sell for silly money. So let's see what happens there. I'll advertise it, and let's see if it goes. And hopefully it will. Lots of plans for the Vespa over the winter. I'll have it in the house. I'll be doing some photo sessions with some amateur models. Some local people come in for a little model photography session using my scooter. That's the plans for the winter. I'll be putting some bits on the scooter to improve it next year. A couple of racks and things for next year. So I'll be doing that. So there's a channel I watch, Red Rider. Just check her out. Young lady called Angel. She rides Harley Davidsons, and she lives in Canada. And very interesting channel. She's very down to earth. She doesn't use her femininity to try and sell her channel. She doesn't go around no, riding a bike, riding a bikini, any of that rubbish. She's a biker, and it sounds very interesting. And one of the things she regularly says when she's signing off, she'd say, give me a like, give me a subscribe if you like me, or even if you don't like me, if you just like my bikes. So that's the same for me, if you like me, stay with me. If you don't like Vespas, stay with me if you can. It'll still be interesting. I'll be showing various different bike stuff, bike events. I'll be doing even more videoing now at the bike events, guys doing bike games and the runs and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting, So let's see. I have a few close friends on YouTube friends, like Colin from Drone on 29, who we'd regularly watch each other's videos and comment. And Colin's bought a new Meteor. He's his Himalayan and he has his Meteor as well. And he's an avid Royal Enfield fan, and it's great. It's good for him, So we're all looking forward to seeing his Meteor videos now, and especially next summer when the weather is nice and maybe he'll go for a few tours on the Meteor. But this could be my last ride on the Himalayan. I might put it away. I'm going to go and wash it now, get it really clean. I usually put my bike in the house, so it'll go into the house for the winter, because soon enough we're going to have snow. I'll keep the Vespa out till the last minute, so I'll do another few Vespa runs. But you've guys like Colin who, we've sort of built up a sort of a rapport over the last few months of just looking at each other's posts. So I know Colin will stay with me, just as a fellow YouTuber. He's not riding a scooter, but he rides two wheels, and we've a lot in common, And we're both young guys. We're both young, fit guys. Hey, Colin, hey. And we observe the weather a lot, the two of us. And the same with Pete. Pete, who regularly comments on my posts as well. He has the scooters and he has the bikes as well. So he'd regularly comment as well. So I'm sure I'll have a few friends who'll stick with me. But and there's the guys who regularly comment. There's Steve, Scooter and the Sticks. There's a chap called Bug who rides a Vespa. Interesting guy. I enjoy his posts, and I think his subscribers are going to go pretty quickly. His posts are good fun, and he's a fun guy, and he rides a Vespa as well. So watch out for him. BUG Bug. Now, I don't think I found when I put in BUG on YouTube. You're just going to get tons of videos about insects and stuff, But check him out, Bug. Maybe put in Bug and then put in Vespa or something like that on YouTube search, and you'll find him. And so I've still people I regularly watch. I've still lots of bike YouTube channels that I regularly watch, and I'll stick with them, of course, because I'm a biker as well as a scooterist. I always have been. But I've given up bikes before when my back got so bad that it was just pain all the time. And it's getting worse now. I can't stand for 5-10 minutes. I'm too sore standing. I stand on one leg then. Then after that I have to go and lie down on the settee, the sofa, whatever way you want to call it. And maybe go on YouTube or something, and then it gets sore after a while that way. Then I have to stand up, then I have to sit down, and it's endless for weeks and weeks now. It's getting me down. It's really getting me down. I'm not giving up two wheels. I've done it before. I refuse to do it this time. I don't care. I'll get painkillers. Stretching used to help. Now stretching makes me sore. So that's why we're checking out the hip. If it's the hip, I have a bigger problem. I haven't got medical care in Latvia, and hip replacement is very expensive here. If it's sciatica, I've had it. It comes and goes. Sometimes you'd be bad for 2 weeks. You'd be hopping around, barely able to do anything. And then one morning you wake up and you'd stretch a little bit, forgetting that you have pains, and you'd actually feel something twanging. It'd be actually like an elastic, like something flicking an elastic. and that'd be the nerve after moving a bit, and suddenly a couple of days of bad pain, then you're okay again. So it changes, it changes. So that was the main thing I wanted to talk to you about today. That like, there's no point in hiding it from you. I could actually just say, yeah, I've put the bikes away for the winter. I'm not saying about the Himalayan, but I'm just telling you my thoughts today and what's going on in my head. And this claustrophobic thing, yeah, that's a major problem. It always has been. When we go on holidays, my friends will tell you, I won't go into the cabin on the ship. I go up on deck. I don't care if it's a storm. I'm up on deck. So I went with my mates, my good friend Peter and John. Peter from Ireland and John from England, and we went on a trip. And they went down, went to the cabin and went fast asleep. We went going from Portsmouth to France. They were sleeping, I don't know. I stayed up on top, stayed awake the whole night, and I can tell you I slept very well the next day. Great memories. But yeah, on a cabin on the ship, no, I don't do cabins. I don't do lifts. So if we go on holidays with the missus, with my other half, with Ina, we got to find hopefully a hotel that only has 3 or 4 floors, because I'll have to walk. She'll get the lift. I'll walk up the stairs. I'm used to it, it's just something I have to do. But at the moment, walking upstairs is definitely not good for me. Not the way everything is at the moment, It's hard to get the right light, isn't it? That sunshine is. So, photo sessions. I'm supposed to be doing one tomorrow. I was supposed to be doing one a few days ago. She cancelled. She wasn't well, so that's understandable. So I have another one tomorrow with another person who just wants to give it a go. And if she gets some nice photos that she's happy with, and I get some practice, which I haven't done photo sessions in quite a while. So it's just a bit of fun. And if she ends up getting some photos she's happy with as a result, just maybe for her Facebook profile page or something like that, everyone's happy. And that'll be with the Vespa. So that's upcoming. How long am I chatting for now? 14 minutes. If you're still here, thank you. I'm going to get on the bike now, and I'm going to ride off back to the town and give the Himalayan a wash. Let me show you. Let me show you this if you're still with me. That's so nice. So, the Himalayan needs a good wash. Look at that back wheel. That's just dirt from oiling the chain, and then the oil, and then you have all this stuff in here. As you know from my previous posts, these racks I made myself. These are seriously strong racks. Very proud of them. I put the original pipe back on, and it just needs a good wash. So today's the day to do it, because we have the sunshine. I can wash it. I can get it home without the road dirt getting on it again. It's perfect condition. I mean, it's only January, July. That's only about 8 months now, 7 months. So it's a wonderful bike. I don't know if I ever showed you this. There's where I fitted my power adapter. It's it there for connecting up a sat nav or whatever. Great little power adapter. I've had that many years. I ran them cables from that. Run. There they are there. They run under there. And then they travel along under the tank and under the seat where the battery is. And a fused connection to the battery. And that's how I connected that up. I'll leave that on the bike for whoever next owns it. If I don't sell it, I'll ride it next year. Hopefully things will improve. I know people will say, keep it, your back could be okay next year, you might get sorted. But it's been like this for years, I've had fun with this. And most importantly, I would recommend them to people. Someone goes, you only had it and you sold it then, so you obviously didn't like it. No, I absolutely love it. It's a great bike. Really good bike. regarding the 450, was it 452? The new Himalayan, which is not really Himalayan, the new ADV bike that they're calling Himalayan. My personal opinion is it is ugly. Ugly. The tank is ridiculous looking. The seat step I don't like. The exhaust pipe looks terrible. And I don't want a bike a bike in this style with a radiator, water pipes, water pumps. So I wouldn't be into that. I'd keep this any day. If I find that I'm going to keep it, if I can't sell it, I won't change it again. I'll keep the Himalayan as it is, a Himalayan. I'm not interested in trading it in for anything else. It really is a perfect bike. If you're not interested in speed, if you just want to, let me just let you see it while I'm talking about it. If you want a bike, it's about an 800mm seat, so it's good for people with short legs. I have a 29 inside leg, which is quite short, and I can get my feet on the ground, no problem at all. Of course, my weight helps the suspension a bit, lowers it down a bit more, but it's beautiful to ride. Yes, it's an air-cooled, so it's a bit clattery and rattly. They all are. It's an air-cooled engine. A lot of people say, is there something wrong? No, it's not covered in a jacket. That's why it sounds so quiet, because it's not covered in a water jacket, you know. So, but wonderful machine. Really happy with it. There's very little I can complain about. Very little. As a matter of fact, I'd really have to nitpick if I wanted to complain, you know. So yeah, I've always said the seat material I don't like. You can see the marks on the seat material. It marks up so easily when you hit it with your boot. Look, see, it marks up so easy, and it's not like leather, some sort of like a suede type of stuff, you know. So but it's a lovely machine. Condensation in the clocks, yeah, there it is there, look, you can see some condensation today in the clock. So yeah, people send the clocks back, and Royal Enfield send them a new clock, and then the same thing happened another month later with the new clock. So that's just a fact of life. People have tried different things. They've tried drilling holes under the clocks to let the air in and out, and I don't know if that works on that. Colin from Drone on 29 is trying an experiment. He's taking his clocks apart and he's fitting a rubber piece where the housing and the clocks go together to try and eliminate the air getting in, which that could work. Let's see how that one goes for Colin. And he also mentioned the idea of maybe putting silica gel packets inside the clock. If we could find somewhere to put them, yeah, silica gel is what they use for dampness, so it'd be a good idea if there's a possible way of fitting silica gel packs. It'd be a good idea. So there she is in all her glory. See how quiet it is here. Isn't it lovely? Nobody around. You might get a squirrel sometime. Might see a squirrel. Or the deer. Or a stag. You never know what you're going to see around here. I can hear noise from something tapping or digging. So there's some little critter around making noise, but I can't see. Okay, folks, let's go and wash the bike. Enough talking, Harry. 21 minutes of pure blah blah blah.